All right, cool. Oh, we're very lucky to have Daz with us. Yeah, just, can you give us an idea of what you're thinking, what you're feeling at the moment?
Yeah, it's obviously pretty surreal at the moment. Yeah, to win a semi-final for your country in a World Cup's obviously pretty cool, and yeah, nice personally to contribute. But I know the boys are pretty fizzing just to get the job done and move on to the final in a few days' time.
Can you talk us through that run chase? You were out there the entire time, and it really did ebb and flow, didn't it? Talk us through it from your perspective.
Yeah, it was obviously a pretty tough chase. I thought England, the way they batted and bowled was superb, and they really put us under some pressure there. And yeah, we had to sort of ride that wave of momentum for a little bit and keep trying to fire little shots when we could. And then, yeah, I thought the way that a few of the guys came out at the end there and really put some pressure back on the English team was special. And yeah, it was just nice to clear a few over the rope and get the job done.
You were telling us before that you actually felt like you sort of always sort of had it under control, even though looking at the run rate, and it looked really hard out there, I suppose, from where we were sitting, but in the middle you guys had that confidence. Where does that come from?
Yeah, I think we managed to keep it at 10 and over for a period of time there, which it never really sort of felt like it was out of our control, especially with a shorter boundary on one side. It did get up to, I think, 12 13s at one point there, and then that was when we really needed to take some risks. And I thought the way Neesham came out and sort of banged it and put them under pressure was really handy. And yeah, cricket's a funny game. It's all about momentum, especially in T20 cricket, and we were lucky that we obviously got a few over the rope and chased it down. But yeah, it's a wonderful game, cricket, and yeah, we're very lucky to get the job done.
You mentioned before it was a bit of a blur. Can you take yourself back out there to potentially a bit where the game was turning? Neesham hit the sixes, then you hit a couple of sixes. What was that like to be out in the middle?
Yeah, I think that's the cool thing about this group, is that we've got belief and we'll fight right to the end. It's something that Kiwis do, and it's something that we pride ourselves on. And yeah, I think it is a bit of a blur still. They'll probably be sitting in my room tonight reliving a few moments, but yeah, it's just about being as present as you can, trying to keep backing your strengths, and yeah, lucky that a few things came off.
Pretty special for you here today, extra special with some family in the crowd.
Yeah, it's obviously cool to have the old man in the crowd, and with him living in England, probably don't get to see him as much, especially in these COVID times. But yeah, it's obviously cool to have him over here and in the heat of the UAE, and yeah, it's nice to score a few runs and put on a little show.
When you're telling us before, the phone's been lighting up a bit. Can you give us an idea how much admin you've got to do tonight to get through?
Yeah, I got a few WhatsApp messages to reply to, but yeah, probably have to check in with the girls back home as well, and I know they'll be wanting to talk to their dad, so yeah, looking forward to catching up with them.
What's the priority for the guys now? Obviously, they'll try to enjoy tonight. You've had to miss the bus because you've got to do the drug testing, but enjoy tonight and then try and get the feet back on the ground, I suppose. Yeah,
we obviously know that these days don't happen every day, and we've got to make sure we do enjoy that success. But at the same time, we know we've got a job to do in a couple of days' time. So, the boys they're pretty excited. We're obviously very proud to be Kiwis and represent our country on the world stage, and yeah, we're ready to go for the next one and hopefully get the job done. Cricket's a funny game, but we'll do everything we can to try and bring a trophy home.
Anything else from you, Nick? Anything else from you, Des?
No, I'm happy.
Just one thing people might want to ask about is the moment with the catch on the boundary, what that was like to experience in the middle, what was kind of being discussed, what was going through the mind.
The Esto catch and everything, that was sort of when it was right on a knife edge, what was it like? Yeah, what was going through you?
Yeah, it's quite funny. He knew it was six straight away. So I remember going up to him and asking him a question. He's like, it's six, and he just turned around and walked off. So I was like, yeah, bro, sweet, let's keep going, let's keep swinging. But yeah, obviously there's little moments in the game that that's the wonderful game of T20, is little things matter, and yeah, we're lucky that it went our way tonight.
Just quickly on Neesh, what was he like out there? Because he seemed like he was just stone cold, focused. Was that what he was when he walked out to meet you?
Boys are in the zone tonight. Yeah, we're obviously pretty determined to get the job done, and especially in situations like that, you need to be as clear as possible. And yeah, just the way even Dev in the middle there set the platform. Obviously, we probably didn't go at the rate that we wanted to go to, but just the way that we kept sort of trying to put pressure back on them and not take risks that were too tough. And yeah, obviously the way Neesham played was special, and it's cool to be out there with Mitch Satner at the end there. I've a mate of mine since we're about 10 years old, so yeah, it's cool to win a game for our country with him out there.
And absolutely, last question. You mentioned it in the presser that if you told you 5 years ago you'd be at a World Cup hitting the winning runs to get your team to the final. Can you just reflect on that journey just finally for us? And yeah, now I suppose how satisfying it is to.
Yeah, I guess if you said as well that I'd be opening the batting in that World Cup semi-final, I would have laughed at you. So yeah, it's obviously everything in life happens for a reason. I'm very grateful of the opportunity to be able to represent my country, and I know that I want to enjoy every moment I can, because yeah, it's obviously taken a few years to get here, so you're very grateful, and you know that it doesn't happen every day. So yeah, just keep enjoying it, keep playing with a smile on my face, and keep trying to compete and try to keep winning games for our country. Sweet.
Thanks, bro.